Hospitals are now sounding the alarm because of the illegals. Choo-choo! Choo-choo-choo! Houston, we have a problem. Hello, friends, and welcome. So, the illegal situation is getting dire and dire and dire every single day. So, we've covered airports, people living and sleeping at airports. We've covered, gosh, what else have we covered? Hello, friends, and welcome to the Conservative Poet. I am Amania, and I want to say thank you to all of the new subscribers. We got a whole lot of people that hit that subscribe button, and I want to say thank you for doing that because I will surely work hard to entertain you, to bring you information, and just to be the fighter out here in the streets for you. So, thank you for subscribing. God bless you and God keep you. We've covered the illegals sleeping in police stations. We've covered them sleeping in the streets. We've covered them sleeping wherever. And now they're sleeping in hospitals as well. And so we're going to take a look at that today because now the hospitals are saying there's a problem. We can't service people. People are packed up sleeping on the floors in the emergency room. This is a crisis. This is a crisis. I mean, I don't understand what's happening. I really, really don't. How do people not open up their eyes and say, we need to fix this, we need to deal with this, we need to handle this? This is too much. People are sleeping in airports. People are sleeping on police stations. People are sleeping now at the hospitals. It's crazy.
Migrant crisis is certainly straining shelter systems across the state, but Boston Medical Center says it needs to focus its efforts on people who need medical care. Boston Medical Center seeing the strain caused by an influx of migrant families. No longer can they take up shelter in the emergency room here. Instead, staff told to send them to shelters, a state-run welcome center, or back to the airport.
We really need all hands on deck to deal with this situation.
The hospital says BMC has recently experienced its highest numbers of unhoused migrant families seeking shelter at our hospital since this crisis began. We are supporting families not requiring clinical care to get to state resources or alternative safe places of shelter. The governor calling the crisis concerning.
We now have people in probably close to 70 communities who've been placed through our emergency assistance shelter system.
Joint Base Cape Cod is near capacity. 54 families are being housed there. 1,217 homeless families are currently staying in hotels and motels. That's up from 388 in January.
Our teams have been working every single weekend for over a year as this migrant crisis has really picked up.
Boston Mayor Michelle Wu pointed to the housing crisis and a broken immigration system.
Cities across the country really are seeing an influx of need from families who are stuck in a federal immigration system that is broken and delayed.
City Councilor at Large Erin Murphy reaching out to colleges to see if they can step up.
The summer months, many of the dorms are empty, so that could be a possibility.
Now, the state is legally obligated to find emergency shelter when there are no other options for families.
Seen that, heard that, good. Well, friends, it's just another episode of This Is What You Voted For. We were in Boston not too long ago, singing the same tune to the black folks who were out there protesting that their spaces were being taken off, their Walgreens was being closed down, all kinds of stuff was happening to them. And this continues now. Their hospitals are now not just emergency rooms, but they're emergency sleeping places for illegals. So if you need help, you can't even go to the doctor, you can't even go to the emergency room because now it's illegals housing. And again, this is a woke mayor, woke governor, and this is what they are. They are a sanctuary city. And so therefore, this is what they have. And then you heard the woman say that even if they are legally obligated to find these people someplace to stay, they're legally obligated. I guess it's in their bylaws or in their contract. I don't know, whatever. Yeah, they got to find you somewhere to live. So you heard the other woman say, "Yeah, we're looking for the colleges to step up. We need the colleges to step up because they're not always occupied. They have vacancies. We can put the illegals in the college dorms. We need the colleges to step up." Wow, right? Anything, close up everything else. Schools, recreation centers, community centers, hospitals. Right? That's what you got to do. Because they keep coming and coming and coming and coming. And you got to find a place to put them. One thing I'm going to tell you now. When President Trump gets back in, some of this problems is going to go away. I mean, literally and figuratively. It's going to go away. Hello, fellow patriots. Thank you so much for your support. And again, you can do so by purchasing products from the Orlando Patriots, mugs, t-shirts, all of your patriotic gear. We are in an election year, so we need to show the world that we support our candidates, especially President Trump. So get some gear at theorlandopatriot.com and you'll get 30% off. Thank you for your support. It means the world to me. I'll see you there. Wait, but there's more. We're not only going to shut down your emergency rooms, but guess what? We're not going to service you either. More and more and more and more people crossing the border, coming into the country illegally. Everybody is asking for asylum. Nobody's being persecuted, but they're coming here saying that this is the situation. Millions of people coming in. Where do they go? Obviously, they need hospitals. They need help in hospitals. So the hospitals are sounding the alarm and saying, we don't have enough resources to deal with all of these people. I mean, you've got medications, you got everything. And of course, they don't have any, everything is being given away freely. Whatever resource, whatever medications, whatever it is that they need, it's being handed over to them. Again, taxpayer money, taxpayer funds, taxpayer resources. And so people who actually are sick, Americans who needs these hospitals, well, sorry, friend, but we have a line here. We have other people ahead of you. Americans. Illegals are being put in front of these people. You can't go to the doctor because there's no place. The doctor can't see you. There's not enough resources to combat what is happening. So the hospitals are making the sound. They're calling it out. They're saying, this is too much. We need help. And it's not just even the hospitals. There's other resources. We've looked at so many different videos, different news clippings about all of the resources that's being taken away from Americans. And again, when we look at it, they're not taking this away in the ritzy areas. This is being taken away in the Black and brown communities. That's where it's being taken from the Black and brown communities. So again, Black folks, poor folks, that's where the resources are being dealt with, taken from, and given to these people. Let's look at the news.
We're back now with the record number of migrants crossing into the U.S., pushing resources to the limit in many American cities. Now hospitals are sounding the alarm, saying they're also overwhelmed, including some far from the border. Julia Ainsley has our report.
Tonight, the border crisis surging. Officials telling NBC News there were over 200,000 illegal crossings at the southern border last month, and a record 3 million migrants crossed the border in the last year. Now, a new warning 1,000 miles away in New York City, where officials tell us resources are overwhelmed. Across hospitals in New York City over the last year, nearly 30,000 visits by migrants and 300 new babies born to migrant moms. Staff here at Bellevue Hospital tell us they're eager to help, but the numbers are tough.
This has been the hardest work that I've ever done, but it's been the most impactful work that I've ever done.
And most of the visits to the taxpayer-funded legal clinic here are by migrants.
Our clinics are full, and there are waiting lists, and people are turning people away or referring them to other places.
Randy Redkin from New York's Legal Assistance Group says so many migrants are asking for legal help on asylum representation and health care access. Now, she says, American citizens who need legal assistance with issues like eviction and insurance have to wait up to 10 weeks.
If you ask me, do we need more resources for legal services? I would say absolutely yes.
Meanwhile, New York's governor now slamming the situation at the border.
It is too open right now. People coming from all over the world are finding their way through, simply saying they need asylum.
And New York Mayor Eric Adams saying providing services for migrants will cost city taxpayers $12 billion. But Biden administration officials have blamed Adams' response. It is not an operationally sound effort, one senior DHS official told NBC News. Meanwhile, migrants on the streets are desperate for city help. We met Orlando, who fled violence in Venezuela. He didn't want to appear on camera, telling us he slept on the street before coming to Bellevue for cancer treatment.
How is that for you, given your medical condition, to be sleeping on the street?
You have to make believe it's a good bed, a king size, and you lie down wherever and go to sleep, he says. Orlando tells us he came to New York because he heard about the social services the city would offer to migrants like himself, who are trying to start a new life.
The Biden administration recently granted temporary legal status to nearly 500,000 Venezuelans, allowing them to work. Today, Governor Hochul announced there are 18,000 jobs now available to eligible migrants.
Seen that, heard that, good. I mean, Americans walking into a hospital and being turned away because there's no room in the inn, friend, for you. Because you got migrant mothers having babies. Those new American bundles of joy is what's important. You and your baby, oh, it's okay. You can sit it out. Go have it in your car. Go home. Go find you a birthing center or somewhere. We ain't got no room in here for you. This is what's happening to Americans. You know, you broke your leg. You go sit somewhere while we handle the broken arm or the broken finger of the illegal. You just have some patience while we take care of these important people. This is crazy. This is what we're seeing. And you just saw that it's not even just the hospitals that's, overwhelmed and all the resources going to illegals, but it looks like there's the legal aspect of things as well. So I understand when they say eviction and, people needing attorneys and so on for eviction court. Used to be a property manager. Know it well. Oh God, do I know it well. So yeah, I can understand about that. People need help, especially with the housing sector this way, especially because we have a shortage of inventory and we have a massive amount of people and we have people don't have the money to pay in this Joe Biden economy. Things is bad. People are losing their apartments. People are losing their homes. And so they need help. They need legal aid to help them. But what you gonna hear? Nah, man, we can't help you because we got asylum seekers, man, here. We got asylum seekers that we trying to help out. We trying to get them fixed. They done come here illegally, but we trying to get them legalized. You gonna have to just go sleep in the tent somewhere. I it's crazy. But this is what we're seeing. This is what we're facing. And when I tell you, when are Americans going to wake up and really revolt against this nonsense? Because it's we, the people, that has to stand up and get this done. Because obviously, these people in charge aren't doing it. This is what Joe Biden wants. This is what he wants. He says, I'm building bridges. No, he says, I'm building walls. No, he said, I'm building bridges. I'm not building walls. Excuse me while I attempt to be Joe Biden there. My brain has lost me. But that's what he said. He said, we're building bridges, right? We're building for you to come down. We're building roads for you to walk down here on, right? And so now all of these people are here to overtaking the hospitals, overtaking schools, overtaking police stations, overtaking every goddamn space there is. And more and more and more and more and more keeps coming. More keeps coming. Why? Because this is what they want. Oh. So friends, there you have seen it. You have heard it. You have seen it and you have heard it. And this is what's happening in places all across the country, all these liberal cities, these liberal states, these liberal communities. And again, the people who suffer the most is, you guessed it, the Black and brown community. That's who suffers. And it's truly sad. I mean, it's just unbelievable. So again, we shall see how the Black vote works in 2024 if they're going to continue to vote for their own demise, dear friends. Are Black folks going to continue to vote for their own demise? Look at what's happening in Boston. We just saw it. We just saw it. Hospitals being taken over. You can't get your rent paid. You can't get your lawyers dealt with. You can't get nothing done. No. You can't get nothing. Everything goes to the illegals. So come 2024, come November, friends, how do you think the Black vote is going to go? Do you think they're going to vote again at a 99% clip? Or is it 90%? 95. It's like 99. It's like nearly 100%, minus a couple of us with some common sense. But yeah, I'm really eager to see how this election goes when it comes to this, because if these people are continuing to vote this way, I mean, your eyes are open. I mean, it's got to be open. You've got to be able to see. You're literally being replaced. People have taken over your hospitals. You can't even get your rent paid because the illegals are taking up those resources. You can't even go to eviction court and have representation because the illegals need to get their green cards done, or they need to get their asylum paperwork done, or they need to get whatever it is that they got to get done. And you are out in the gold. Literally, you're out in the gold. That's going to be it, friends. Thank you so much for watching, sharing. And it's a joy to make these videos. It's a joy. I'll just say this now. Like, I use a lot of humor, as you guys know, but this is the way I feel like I need to hammer in this craziness. Like, to throw some, I gotta throw it in there because you gotta just laugh at it sometimes. I can't just be stressed out about it all. I gotta laugh about it sometimes. And I'm hoping that I bring the message through and you all get a laugh, because I have seen it. You guys have been telling me in the comments that you bring more parodies. You know, we need laughter during these crises. And, you know, it's a shame what's happening. It really, really is. But I'm glad that I could bring you a little bit of uplifting, even though I'm delivering the hammer. I'm delivering some bad news. I'm delivering hammer. Oh, anyway, I'll see y'all in another video. God bless you. God keep you. Toodles. Man, where that eviction lawyer at? Girl, you don't have one. He handling the illegals now. It's true.